You were right, Guru. I made it up. I just want to apologize to all my fans. This was not okay. MK is innocent. This this is an apology. Um, so I want you to apologize to me because you were wrong. Let's get it. So, to be clear, we don't think he spliced two runs together for the Promethean code. We think that he just removed frames from his run. To when you timed it by frame, it would be wrecked. I'm not redoing this, by the way. If there's mistakes, there's mistakes. Right here, if you look at the top right, this ghost right here, you'll notice that it jumps open. Normally there's about 2 frames, 2 to 3. If you want to debate with Kylo, go ahead. Normally there's some frames there that happen. This is more fluid. It doesn't just jump. So he's missing a frame. Again, we think he's just reducing his frames. We don't think he spliced together 2 runs. If he did, for some unknown reason, splice together 2 runs, because he had one like good start and then the rest of this run, the place he would splice the best ending is coming up right here because it's easy to splice. 8 frames in, you'll notice that it jumps a little bit right here. That jump can happen if he hits a wall, but he doesn't here. So we are certain that this is a small splice. And also, if you watch it in fluid motion, you'll notice a little skip as well. I do want to point out real quick, because someone said that this right here is a splice. The super part going backwards like that, that actually happens every time you get off the Sparrow. I just wanted to clarify that. Never thought that was a splice. We've known about that for a long time, because at one point I thought someone did splice because of that, and I went to compare it to other runs, and once I watched, it was like, oh, there's no way it's spliced. So the enemies here, okay, that's bright. Okay, the enemies here are basically 12, 12, 10, 10, roughly, on average, let's say, from where he's standing, meters wise. And then every Sparrow kill he gets is a 2-meter kill. And I want to point out that he killed 7 enemies throughout this run. Let's go here as well. So killed the 4 at the end. We just watched that. He has to kill this 4 every time. Each thrall here is worth 3. 1, 2, 3. He gets 9 XP. So he's at 7 kills. If you go to the in-game screen, he is now at 4 kills with a 132. That was unbelievable. Thankfully, no precision kills. That would have made this too easy. Get to that later. Anyways, so we are certain that this run is cheated. Just on the splices. However, I did an investigation. Moving forward, I took screenshots of all of this just in case, but they're not in order. Great. Hopefully that just in case doesn't happen. Cool. Closing that so it doesn't play. 4 kills with the rocket. Sparrow kills don't appear on the API. 3 kills on Thrall. 3 kills Scion. That's the perfect kill amount. The average kill, or the total kill distance is roughly correct. It's around the estimate. The longest single life is a 135, which is concerning. I'll talk about that in a second. But there's only one other run that he has on the site with these exact 7 kills. With this exact 4 kills via the rocket and 3 kills via Sparrow. So, without a doubt, this is the run. There is one more run that has the kills, like I said, but the activity duration is 201, and the longest single life, which I'm about to explain, is a 121. So the longest single life stat is roughly the in-game time. It's not 100% accurate, but it's close. It's pretty damn close. So this run could be a 133, a 134, or a 135. Highly doubtful it's 132. In all the runs that I tested, which was only 20, 2 seconds is the most that I got off. Alright. So Again, without a doubt, this right here is this run. There's no other run that matches this. It has to be that run. So we go here. Please, bless you, man. Okay, cool. 4 kills, like the in-game screen. A longest single life of 131. Also, I should mention that I haven't seen this go up yet for this type of mission, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then this remaining time after quit, that only appears if you leave a mission without finishing it. So, roughly speaking, this is potentially the run in question. However, if you go another step forward, is every one of us gonna do this? Oh, goodness. Cool. 133, again, I've seen it go down, so 132 is highly likely. 4 kills, like the in-game screen, and all 4 kills were fallen at the very start of the mission. So how is this exactly damning? Well, one, why did he kill or fallen twice and wait a minute and 32 seconds? I believe what happened is he mistimed this one and then did it again to get the 132 time. And the reason I believe that that happened is because all 3 runs that I just showed you are back to back. So you have the good run, you then have the 132 attempt, and then you have the official 132. And if you think I showed you them in reverse order, I did not. Just to this time right here, that 17 and that 19 add to the API timer, that's to the left, which is why it appears like that. Also, in case you're curious about the tracker, I killed 1 thrall in this mission. The 1 thrall has all of these titles combined with it, so despite it being just a thrall, it's also this. And so the reason those lists were like really long, like dangerously long, is because a drag is, you know, considered more than just a drag. It's not assist. I just want to make that clear. So I'm just looking at this fallen stat, and if there was like a taken or any of these other kind of stats, that's what I'd be looking for. None of those are present. It's clear that he went into this mission and went for the 132. So I think with all of that back to back, considering the run has splices, considering that this run cannot be a 132 API wise, and considering he has 2 potential 132s that are on the board, we believe that this is the spliced run. We think he spliced right here, but this transition, this sort of jump that happens at the bottom right, it happens in other runs, so we can't confirm that's a splice. It is possible for this to happen. So we think that's where the splice occurs. And while I'm here, right here, this is 10 frames. The reason we want the reward screen, which would have been this, and the mission summary screen appearing is because in 10 frames, you can easily splice this. There's no audio, there's nothing going on. It's very easy to make a splice in those 10 frames. So we wanted the reward screen and this to show that the kills match. And it's lightweight. Moving forward, we have another run. Yeah, I made it up. I made it up, crew. There could be more. So, I just want to say that this run is most likely started from the checkpoint new mission instead of the new mission, which doesn't matter, it's the same thing. And if you mess up escape to the doorway, you know, reset. Obviously, you want to do that It has a reason for me pointing that out in a second, but we'll talk about that in a second. Right there, you can see the jump. Again, it looks like he's removing frames. That being said, I don't believe he actually did that. I think it's even sillier. So once again, this mission has incorrect kills. Which again, obviously that's why we want to investigate it. So we're going to look at the XP bar again, like we did for the Thrall. You're going to see +5, that's a Thrall, or a Scion. And the boss. So we got a grenade kill, a melee kill, and now a shotgun kill on a shieldy boy. That's all I'm going to say. Another shieldy boy, another knight. Knight's worth 13, shieldy boy is worth 8. Each one of those is worth 5, perfect. So that puts him at 8 kills. Moving forward. I want to say that we investigated these 3 spawns a few times. This kill happens. He doesn't miss. There's nothing weird going on. We can't see the XP bar, but these kills are absolutely happening. This is the strat, after all, to get super. Normally you don't have that much super. Doesn't matter. Also, when he pauses, another frame is missing. And then finally we get to this. So 11 kills, by the way. 8 with Gallahorn, 1 with melee, 1 with grenade, and 1 with shotgun. And I want to point out that the API always picks up the kills. 9 kills on the in-game screen. And the 146. Also with 9 kills, that's all fine. However, this run, we know where the splice is. It's at 149. Okay. Look at the bottom right. Right here. You can go look at any other run. I'm not going to show it to you. I'm not going to make every run visible. This jump at the bottom right doesn't happen. This is the only run it happens in. And if you time this run properly from spawn to where the timer is supposed to stop, it's A149. Oddly enough, the timer is supposed to stop almost exactly at the jump. So if you time this run correctly, it's A149 if the in-game timer was working correctly. This is just to show we did our homework. This is another run that has the exact kills. Go find it. And this is the run in question. It loads. God bless him. So 1 melee, 1 grenade, 1 found verdict, 8 Gallahorn. The longest single life is within 2 seconds, which blah blah blah. The other run, by the way, had a death. It had a suicide, which was most likely when he did the slam glitch. So this is the only other run with this specific kills, these specific enemies, and the specific time. In fact, this is actually the only run with these specific kills and these specific enemies, and without a death. And the time happens to match up. So once again, I'm going to say that this run right here is the YouTube video of a 149 coming more. And the reason I believe it's from a checkpoint at the start is because the longest single life matches. If it didn't match, there's a little bit of math I can do, but I didn't have to because it matched. I'm gonna move forward. This is the run that I believe is spliced. Once again, it starts from a checkpoint. I know that because the longest single life matches. It's perfectly accurate to 146, which is fine. And I'll talk about the checkpoint stuff in a second. And it's 9 kills. He has a few 9 kill runs. And obviously, like, I can't tell you, like, oh yeah, these are the 9 kills he got, because we can't see it. But considering that I pointed out the splice where he changes to a 9 kill run, and this run matches perfectly, I want to say that this is the run he used to gain the time of 146. That's the run he spliced in, basically, at the very end screen. And just to be sure that you know that's a checkpoint, the remaining time after is there, which means that remaining time after for the run previous is there, and this is a run you can't reset. Also, it's just weird for a runner to get a 146 from a checkpoint run. And you saw the 2 kills on that run. I had a screenshot. It's this one. This is the run. 2 kills, 1 death. This is the notes. Notes upon notes. He starts from checkpoint both time. I actually don't have to explain this if I don't want to, but I'm going to. Where's the... No. You take your time. So if you start the run from a checkpoint, the longest single life is really accurate. Deadly accurate. Don't know why. Only this mission. However, if you started from full game, like a brand new run, you watch both cutscenes, dude, come on. This is my account. I didn't hide my API, I promise. Bad request, dude. You a bad request. Alright, you're gonna have to take my word for it, because it's not. It doesn't want to come up. If you started this particular mission because it's 2 cutscenes, what ends up happening is the second cutscene adds to the longest single life. And so it ends up being really, really inaccurate. Or if you start it from any checkpoint, that ends up not happening. And yeah, that's really it. What did we talk about? We talked about the splices we saw on the run to try and reduce it. We talked about where we thought the splice was. We talked about the fact that this run absolutely matches this run in the API. There's no other run. We talked about the 2 runs with the 4 drag kills. I don't know if I complained that the dregs are at the very start of the mission and it's back to back. Why would you set the mission for 1 minute and 32 seconds back to back unless you were trying to get a specific time? I can understand messing around, but this is a little too specific. And then obviously the Coming War has the splice at the very end, and no other run does that. No other run has that. His load screen is shorter for some reason. He has this description. Also, his description is wrong if you check by frame analysis for those load screens. What's actually happening is it's going through its animation loop. Every other run has the animation loop. What he says is it like disappears for a second and then comes back. That's not what happens. It actually just finishes its loop. So, Coming War, we found the run for Coming War, the one linked to the video, 149. Yes, everything's correct. And then we also talked about how we discovered the checkpoint run, which is, without a doubt, to us, the run used for the splice. Anyways, Gru, I'm sorry. Fuck you.